Have you ever waited for something for so long that you almost gave up hope? Imagine waiting not just for years, but for decades. That's the story of Abraham and Sarah, a couple who were promised a son by God Himself. But as the years turned into decades, doubts started to creep in. They were old, way past the age of having children. Sarah was 90, and Abraham was 100 years old. It seemed absolutely impossible. One day, 3 mysterious visitors came to their tent. Abraham, being a very hospitable man, welcomed them and offered them a meal. One of the visitors repeated God's promise, "I will surely return to you about this time next year, and Sarah your wife will have a son." Hearing this from inside the tent, Sarah laughed to herself. A baby. At her age. It was just too unbelievable. The visitor, who was the Lord, asked Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh? Is anything too hard for the Lord?" Sarah, a bit scared, denied laughing, but the Lord knew. This encounter must have felt surreal, a mix of hope and disbelief. They had waited for 25 long years since the original promise. Think about that, 25 years of waiting, praying, and wondering if it would ever happen. Their faith was tested time and time again. But God's promises are not bound by our human understanding of what's possible. And just as God had promised, the impossible happened. At the exact time God had said, Sarah became pregnant and gave birth to a son. They named him Isaac, which means he laughs. Can you guess why? Because Sarah had laughed in disbelief, and now she laughed with pure, unbelievable joy. She said, "God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears about this will laugh with me." Isaac's birth wasn't just the arrival of a baby. It was a powerful reminder that with God, nothing is ever truly impossible. It was a miracle that turned doubt into joy and fulfilled a promise that would shape the future for generations to come. What a story of faith, patience, and the incredible power of a promise kept. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.